What is up, Pyromaniacs? Pyrostasis here. We are back in the world beyond reality. And last episode, we did a bunch of stuff with, what was it, with Britannia. We have expanded our little area here. Haven't done a whole lot with it since, mainly because I've been busting my ass over there in the mine. But today we're going to be building, well, I guess we're going to be hitting the Bronze Age. Now, for those of you guys who've played Greg Tech, there's a couple different... Basically, what Greg Tech does is it makes Minecraft harder. It slows the progress in Minecraft down. And it basically gets you to a point where you have different ages or different setups. So we have been mining vigorously in the mines to try and get enough copper and enough tin. Thankfully, tin was easy, but copper was the real problem. It literally took, I want to say, upwards of 4 hours of mining. And that was even finding a vein to get it done. It's definitely not easy. Definitely not easy at all. So we finally gotten enough copper. It was actually Montezumite or something like that. And then we were able to grind. Basically what I did is I got one ore that turned into copper. Then we had to grind the ore. Then we had to combine it with tin and then make bronze. And you can see we have an epic amount of bronze here. We actually have 6 stacks and some change. I'm hoping this is enough. I'm hoping this is enough. All right, and we may still be shy, but we're gonna hope we've got it. So what we're wanting to do is we're wanting to make a blast furnace. Now we need one of these blocks first, and then we need a bunch of the others. So first off, we're gonna need to find our wrench, and I'm gonna need to find my hammer. So I think our wrench is right here, and we're gonna need a hammer. Now I'm a little worried that our hammer's not gonna hold up. So we're probably going to have to make another hammer because if I recall, the hammer that we have is a little banged up. Yeah, it's about to crack actually. So we're going to use, I think we're going to use some air shards this time. I believe I can use air shards to make a crystal. I just need to remember how to make it real quick. Ah, yes. I believe we can use air shards because we're not going to be using much Thaumcraft anytime soon. And if we do, we can always fix it. Yep, there we go. Oh, that's actually level 3. Well, gee golly whiskers there, Batman. That'll work for me. That'll work for me just fine. All right, so to make this, we're going to need some furnaces. We need 4 furnaces. So we're going to grab 1 stack of cobblestone. And we'll go... I guess we'll just go ahead and make the whole batch. And then I can just 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't have to use the rest. Okay. So there are our 4 furnaces. So we're going to put, well, actually, we also need 4 plates, don't we? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'll go ahead and put this here so we can burn through it real quick. It's gone. And I believe it was like this. And then the wrench in the middle. And this on the outside. And there we go. There is our bronze-plated blast furnace. Holy shit. All right, so now that we've gotten that, we need to find some bronze stuff, and the rest of it is going to be bronze-plated bricks. So we're going to need our hammer, we're going to need this, and we're going to need everything else in plates. So we're going to convert the vast majority of this into plates. So let's go ahead and split that down to 32, and bam, and give us, wow. Wow, that didn't even give us all that we needed. Holy crap. All right, so we're going to go through 2 hammers. I think we're going to have to use a different material for hammers because we're going to be burning through... Jesus. That is ridiculous. Okay, let's see. What materials do we have a lot of? I'm not using gold because gold's just asking for it. I think we have some iron over here. Iron may hold up better. I don't think it will, but it's possible. Jeez, dude. I mean, just the sheer amount of materials that you need to do this is sickening. Okay, so these are level 2s. I think they have a higher durability, though, than the other one does. I hope. We'll find out here in a second. Oh, yeah, much higher durability. Thank God. All right, we're going to do 1 more stack, and then we're going to make a big... Wow. Then we're going to make a big old batch of these. Okay, so now that we've gotten that, let's go ahead and click on this. Apparently, that's not going to load for us, which is fine. So we're just going to go bam like this and then straight up that side. Click it over here. Go down this side and up this side. That gives us 18 total. And then we'll put our wrench down here. Bricks in the middle and our hammer up top. And that's going to give us 18. So there we go. pull this out and that out. There we go. Yeah, we got it. So I'm going to be putting the blast furnace right over here. Now, this is a multi-block structure. So for those of you guys who are familiar with multi-block structures like the smeltery, creosote oven, or blast furnace from another mod pack, you're going to be familiar with how these things work. All right. And then we want to go bam, bam. You want to leave the center hollow from here on, all the way up to the rest of the top. Okay, and then we put you here. Bam. And then boom, boom. All right, so we still need quite a few more of these. So let's put you here. Bam, bam. Okay, we'll go ahead and do another stack here, and we'll see what that leaves us up with. I'm pretty sure we're going to need more than this. How many is that going to give us? That's going to give us, what, 8 more? Let's just see where that puts us. I think that's still going to have us shy. Yeah, I think we're just a little shy. So we go bam, 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 bam. I'm going to leave that one open for now, just to make it easier. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then a whole nother row. So yeah, we're going to be using the rest of these plates. Oh my god, I hope it's enough, because if I'm short, I'm going to lose my mind, y'all. I'm going to absolutely lose my mind. I just realized we have another batch right here. There we go. Bam. Okay. So boom up, boom down. That's 7 more. Thank God. That should be all we need. We broke the... Oh my god, we broke the wrench. We broke the wrench! And on the last one! The last one! Oh, it's such a beatdown. Such a beatdown. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we put you in the middle. That gives us our wrench, right? Oh no, we need one more. We are 1 iron ingot shy, my friends. No. No. Please tell me we have some iron ingots. Silver, zinc, copper, nickel. I know I've got some iron dust. Okay, that's all we need. I just need 1 more iron. Now, the problem we're going to run into is we may actually break our hammer on this next one. I think we've got just enough to do it. Just enough. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. It's kind of sad that I'm this excited about just making an iron ingot. It's a little disgusting. All right, so bam, 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 bam. We put you on top. There's that. Put you there, put you there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bam. And this should allow us to fill in the rest. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're done. I think. Yes. Perfect. Perfect. So now you can see how the blast furnace looks. You can see that we've got it all beautiful and perfect here. And now we can finally use this to make steel. Now, I don't know 100% how to use this thing, but I believe we just smelt iron in it. Now, we don't have any iron at the moment, so we're going to have to make some. We do have some iron dust, so I will go ahead and cook this iron dust, and we'll see what all is required to go from here. Now, let's pull some of this stuff out. Let me look this up while we wait for the iron to cook, and we'll see if we can't make some steel. All right, my friends, we have got the blast furnace rolling. We've got some iron dust in there and some charcoal. The charcoal's burning away. If you jump up here on the side, you can see there's lava inside. I don't know if this thing heats up, and like the hotter it gets, the quicker it works, but it does seem to be very similar to a coke oven from Railcraft, and then it takes about 3 minutes or so. Well, actually, it seems a lot longer than 3 minutes for it to do its process. Problem with that is, it means you're gonna be here forever. It's gonna take a long time to process and get to the next age, because obviously you're gonna need a lot of steel. And if this is the main way to get it, then you're going to be sitting here watching this thing do what it does for a rather long time. And I waited to push this button until we were almost done with one of the phases so that you guys could get kind of an appreciation for it. And we were at about 85-90%, and you can see that last little bit. It's taken Just a little while. Just a little while. So you can see we now have our first steel ingot here. We also have some tiny pile of dark ashes. Now this steel ingot can be used for a lot of different things. These tiny ashes can be turned into larger dark ashes. I wonder what this can be used for. Doesn't look like a whole lot. It can be turned into fertilizer. It can be packaged up into large crates, which we're not going to really care about. It looks like it can be centrifuged out to get ashes and carbon dust. And carbon dust looks like it can make data orbs and a few other things. So it is going to be a nice thing to have, but we're not going to need a whole lot of it right now. So we'll probably just store that for the moment. So as you guys can see, just sitting here talking, it's been like, what, minute and a half, 2 minutes? We're just not making very much progress. Jumping up here, you can see it is still cooking away, but I don't see any increase in the lava. So I don't know if there's a way to heat the blast furnace up anymore. It's probably going to be one of those things where we're just going to put a stack in it. We're going to leave it running and just hope for the best, because it's going to take a rather long time. Now, from what I understand, the blast furnace sides can be shared. So what that means is I can put multiple blast furnaces next to each other. And I'll show you guys that here in just a second. If people will just frickin' sleep, I'm going to start killing people. I'm going to kill you all if you don't sleep. Or log. Either or. Pick one! All these people suck. See, this is one of the reasons, sometimes, why I hate playing on a multiplayer server for my series. Because, you'll have to deal with idiots like this. Alright, there we go, finally. So anyways, like I was saying, you can share the walls of this, supposedly. So if I wanted to build another one, then I could use this wall right here as the wall, and I could basically just place another plate here and then another wall here. So basically, my next 2 furnaces will cost about 30% less. Actually, it'll cost a lot more than 30% less because the center's hollow. So maybe almost as much as, what, 35-40% less maybe? So that's actually pretty nice. That's pretty nice. That's a lot. So one of the next phases that we're going to be starting to work into is power production. So the first thing that we're going to want to build for power production is this little bad mamma jamma here. This is the small steam boiler. So we'll be using this little guy to basically funnel pretty much all of our power from here on. Now you can see once you open it up that it's got an internal storage tank. Let me find the bucket. Where did I put my bucket at? I know I have a... Okay, there's one bucket. Do we have another bucket? I think we have 2 buckets. Jump over... Well, we're not going to need 2 buckets. All right, so put it in there. Boom. Whoops. Whoa! No. That's not what I meant to do. Damnation. All right, so we've put 2 buckets in there. Or 4 buckets. Good God. So you guys can kind of see how much water this thing takes to kind of do what it does. There we go. So we got some in there. Now, very similar to the boilers from Railcraft, from what I understand, it takes a while for these to heat up. It takes a long time for these to heat up. And, well, maybe not too long, but during the heat up process, and I'm assuming one of these is going to be, we'll go ahead and throw a little bit in so I can show you guys. Obviously, we don't have any stuff at the moment. I think these pieces of coal will last about 90 seconds right now. So we put this in here. You can see it's cooking. And we should start seeing some heat produced here shortly. I don't know where in the GUI the heat. I'm assuming the red is the heat. So obviously we're not going to get any steam until this gets to, obviously, the boiling temperature of water, which is, what, 212 degrees, I think, 100 Celsius, if you are not American. if you're anyone else other than American, it's 100 degrees Celsius. So just like with the Railcraft boiler, you're going to be burning a lot of coal to initially heat it up. But once it's heated up, it'll be fine. The thing you got to be very, very careful with, though, is water. If you put water in an empty boiler, it will explode. Well, let me rephrase.
If you put water into a hot, dry boiler, it will explode. So be very careful. You don't want to do that. You do not want to do that. So I don't know if it produces any kind of output here, like any kind of secondary output. I'm assuming that since this says here, occasionally it will produce some kind of output, or it may do it every time. I don't know if we're going to get more ash, if we're going to get something else, but you can see we're now producing steam over here on the left. So that's right around the boiling point. So that's cool. That's cool. Now, for this thing to power machines, we're going to be using fluid pipes here. Now, there's a bunch of different types of pipes. The interesting thing is these pipes, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of difference between them. The only difference between the different sizes that I can tell is just the spot where you're putting the hammer and you're putting the wrench, which is a little weird because, you know, Greg's evil and he usually would make us, you know, use like 20 billion pieces or something like that to get that. So I'm a little surprised that he's letting us have that easy one. Either way, what we're going to be doing from here is we're going to be moving into these steam machines here. So we're going to be doing steam furnaces. We're going to be doing steam macerators. Macerator will allow us to finally start duplicating ores. So we won't have to just burn ores anymore. We're going to be using, where is it? The forge hammer. The hammer will take the place of this hammer. So I won't have to use it anymore to make plates. I can just put it in here and it will make it, or it's either that one or the compressor. I forget which. Either way, we will be able to duplicate ores and we won't have to make as many hammers. Life is going to be good. The problem is I've used all of our copper to make bronze, which is now in this big mamma jamma over here, which means I don't have any extras. And we still haven't made another piece of steel. I just wanted to show you guys that we still haven't made that piece of steel. So we are definitely going to have to build more of these boilers. One other thing I wanted to show you guys before we shut down for the day. We are, well, by we, I mean Cyrus. Cyrus is working on our silo over here. You can see that we've got something going. Definitely not the full size, but something. And this will be built all the way down to bedrock over the next couple days. It is Christmas time, so people are busy. But if you look down here, you can actually see bedrock way down there. That is where our engineering and power production room is going to be. So all of these machines and things that I'm building right now that are in this house will be moved to the bedrock layer once we get that finished. So she's actually in the process of reading the book that we're basing this on. For those of you guys who haven't read that book, highly recommend it. It is called the Wool series. WOOL as in sheep, bah, wool. Go and look up the Wool Omnibus on Amazon and you can read the full 5-book series there. Highly recommend it. Great series, and you kind of know what we're kind of looking for. So anyways, guys, next couple episodes, we'll be building some copper cables so that we can finally start utilizing the steam power, and we're going to build a macerator and a furnace first. Those will be our next 2 machines that we will be greedily moving towards. Once we get that done, we'll start building some more blast furnaces so that we can quickly produce steam, and then we will start moving our way towards the electrical age. Anyways, guys, hopefully you did enjoy this episode and you are enjoying this series. If you are, please slap that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next clip.